If I had known back then, if I knew back then what was coming, I probably maybe would have not gone to work the day before. Then I would have definitely tried to get in front of having COVID. I probably would have taken some medicine a little earlier. I probably would have tried to make sure I buckled up on groceries and stuff. But thank you everybody for all the well wishes. I'm back at like 99% from COVID. That little tickle in my throat last week was COVID. But we're back here. We're back for some marbles. You want to marble it up? I think we're gonna marble it up. Let's do a little bit of that marbling thing. A little marbling thing. Here we go. Yeah, LFG Marbles is brought to you by all of our lovely patrons over at patreon.com/LFGX, supporting us there for all sorts of great marble racing, plus all of our subscribers here on Twitch, twitch.tv/Brycas, BRYCAS, and everyone listening.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. This is the main event of the evening. The moment you've all been waiting for. It's time! Introducing your host, Bryce, the Marvel Machine,
Hello everybody, welcome back to Marbles, LFG Marbles, the League of Fun Games Marbles, that is. Hello, I'm Bryce Castillo, Season 13, Week 2. Welcome back, everybody. We are back in action. We are fighting. We are up out of bed. We got everything on. We are keeping it running on only like 20% adrenaline, honestly. Hello, everybody. Welcome. It's time for 17 more exciting Marbles physics-based races here. Hello, everybody. Join us as we get started in our first race this evening. We're loaded up here on the Death Alley. Our first of 17 races tonight. Hello, everybody. How's it going? It's Thursday, the 11th of September. Welcome back, everybody. Went about 2 minutes before referencing 9/11, but hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us here on another Thursday Marbles. Of course, we're going to do about 16 races this evening, so make sure you join every single one of them. We'll have a timer on screen with a little chime, and that'll be when you know you got to get in. Or just see everyone in the chat typing !play. Hello, everybody. 90 seconds to join us. That's all you got to do. Type !play. Last week's tickle in my throat, turns out it was COVID, and honestly, with COVID, it's just like you have to let it take its course. Don't get around people, whatever. The thing I should have done is like taken medicine. I should have taken. I have some like old Dayquil, but I've got Dayquil. 60 seconds to join us, folks. But that Friday, I guess it was that Friday. I was in the worst of it. It was agonizing pain, laying on the couch, can't keep my eyes open, can't watch or listen to it, just like die. And I should have taken the Dayquil. I should have taken it, because the second day I took it and I was like up and adamant. I was perfectly ready to go. I mean, but I had no appetite for most of that whole time. I couldn't eat goddamn shit. And it didn't help that I made chicken noodle soup. And I thought, I'll cook it up, I'll zhuzh it up, and I'll put all this extra stuff in, and I'll make it nice. And I'll make it chicken broth. And it was absolutely horrible. It was the worst thing I could have done for myself, because it tasted really bad. I kind of thought you couldn't mess up zhuzhing up just Campbell's chicken noodle soup, but if you don't if you don't use a can of water and instead use chicken broth, they did not account for that. The recipes are not ready for that. All right, it's our first race of the evening, the Death Alley. This is one of these high-speed drag strip style tracks. Our racers are being shot down and around these meat hook sections. It's Cheesy Popcorn leading, Max Power, Plokai, and Risk C. Zero Evil and Lead win at the front of the pack here. Callison, Esco, Captain Jack, Archeron, and more. We got Musical Chemist, Stashman 2, and Duke McAwesome in the back of the pack here. Moving up to the next set of meat hooks. 40 seconds of lap so far. I should have just done it, you know? But the allure of the couch, I was couch locked in the worst way possible. Ledwin leading Esco and Rissi. Oh yeah, I would have taken some cabbage soup. Cabbage soup, I think I probably could have taken some cabbage soup. Making the nasty chicken, the toxic chicken noodle soup, really turned me off of trying to eat for a few days. I think it was a mix of psycho and somatic on that one. A minute 20. As we see Rissi going into another set of meat hooks here. This is a big gap to second place Ledwin, Mr. Alvis, Captain Jack, and Bobcat in the mix. We're going to keep an eye back here as everyone is trying to zoom ahead. Bobcat taking the lead away from Rissi. Captain Jack and Mr. Alvis still trying to deal with the last hooks. Oh, Captain Jack! Over the edge! Could not keep it on the track. That's what you got to do in the final stretch now. It's Rissi coming out of the final meat hooks. Whoa, no! Shot up into the air as Bobcat stays on the ground. Rissi recovering. No! It's on the recovery that Rissi hits. Oh, but then Bobcat also in the air. No winner just yet. It's last second. Oh, Bobcat swish! Just ahead of Max Power and Ledwin rounding out. And Mr. Alvis in the mix as well. Oh my goodness. Hit me up with the hurry on music. Wow, a lot of racers surviving those airborne pops. Woo. Plokai bringing it home. We give away points to the top 10 racers, along with the last place finisher. Whoever gets in successfully last will also get a last place point. Vuff in the air. Vuff and Cheesy Popcorn didn't quite make it. Another J. Martin. Oh, up in the air. Musical Chemist bouncing on the track. And keeps it. Another J. Martin flown off of the track into the kill plane. That's it. Congratulations go to Bobcat. And then Max Power, and then Mr. Alvis. Your podium here on race number 1 tonight, the Death Alley. Oh, hello. No, I don't want to watch the best moments of Hell's Kitchen. Top 10, rounded out by Ledwin, Archeron, Duke McAwesome, Stashman 2, Esco Plokai, and Bryce in 10th. Down to 12th place, it's Zero Evil, taking that last place point, Shouty Outy to... Oh, hello. To Zero Evil. Got that last place point. Can my buttons work, please? Button 1, button 2, button 3. Okay, perfect. Let's let on the next track. Got our new graphics here for the points this season. See your season standings on the left side. Tonight's standings, big movers and shakers on the right. Oh, damn, that's a cabbage sound. Damn. All right, we're going to start our community levels this evening. We are loaded up. Yeah, you always make me go. All right, it's the Pristine Rainbow Basement. Join us, ! Plays, which you type in the chat to get more with your name on it. Thinking in the zone. Oh, that's clever. Zone, but it's like pwn. Yeah, that'll work. Pristine Rainbow Basement. Join us, ! Plays, which you type in the chat. Join us, folks. I did have, and being sick meant I had a lot of time to watch a lot of TV and YouTube and stuff. I did watch the film Weapons. I watched Weapons. I watched Weapons the other day. I like that movie well enough. Like, I'm getting roasted in the chat for having unbelievable. I've never been bullied out of this playlist. I've never ever been bullied out of this playlist. Will not let that happen. You get one, motherfucker. Join us, folks. 1 minute. I watched Weapons, and I thought that I thought it was very good. It was very good. I thought the first half of it was exceptionally good. And I thought the last half was a little long. But I enjoyed it. There's good moments. There's some good, like, surprising moments. It's kind of an interesting whodunit. But then I don't know about the back half. 30 seconds now, folks. Pristine Rainbow Basement. That was what was it? Was it Trevor from The Whitest Kids You Know who did that movie? Weapons. It's one of them. Thank you again for the subscriptions, Esco. Also giving away to Plokai earlier. Thank you. All right, 10 seconds now, folks, for race number 2, Pristine Rainbow Basement. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and we are off. It's Mukau, Ledwin, and Esco on the front row. Duke McAwesome leading out of the opening funnel. Musical chemist Ken Worf, Plokai, and Ledwin as they go into the tunnel of love of hell. Duke leading into the poppers. Don't stop. Oh, bop for Duke McAwesome. Bump drafted by Ken Worf. That's Plokai moving into the lead, going into the hamster ball of love of hell. Got to get in that little alleyway. Oh, a great line for Plokai. Directly into a Ferris wheel. Shot back just for a moment. Opening the door for Vuff to get a look as well. It'll be Brave Jayhawk also trying to come out. It'll be another J. Martin, Plokai, Vuff, and Max Power. 4 front runners going through an opening empty section into a key lock section. Esco, Brave Jayhawk in the second pack with Cheesy Popcorn and Musical Chemist. 40 seconds elapsed, folks, here. Pristine Rainbow Basement. A lot of back and forth, a lot of race leader changes. Max Power going to the dog leg right. Turning around up and about. Brave Jayhawk, Chemist, and Popcorn in that next pack. Malvinius, Plokai, Vuff, Esco, and FLS Carnage. 1 minute elapsed so far. Racers are going into a little bit of a jump section here. This could be a little dangerous if you get any sort of in-air collisions. Let's keep an eye out. Whoa, Vuff going high. A little too high for Vuff. He got a little too high on that Indica. Going to be couch locked for the next race. Max Power shot backwards by some protected double Steves on this kind of a central section here. Musical Chemist on Malvinius, Cheesy Pop. Whoa, Malvinius and Cheesy Popcorn. Both of them falling off the track. Your race leaders have now lost the race. Musical Chemist trying to keep it on the track will do so. Minute 35 now. As we see, let's see, Jesse, Stashman, Plokai on that top section. Rissy and Mr. Alvis on the top as well. Red Eye just trying to catch up on that bottom side. Plokai with some speed on the top. Oh, but can't keep it on the track. Just avoids Musical Chemist going into the parking structure. Make sure you keep that ticket, folks. Mr. Alvis falling out of the ground as we see Archeron, Esco, and Captain Jack around 9th and 10th place. Max Power falling off the track. Oh, my goodness. Only 16 marbles are still on the track. Make it 15. Brave Jayhawk can't keep it on the rainbow stuff. Duke McAwesome pulling up the rear as Musical Chemist comes out of the parking structure. Make sure you keep that ticket. You're going to pay on your way out. You can pay me. Coming out of the finish line, you got to drop into the test tubes to secure that finish. Captain Jack, your champion, your defending champion, falling in the background as Musical Chemist gets it in for a win here on race number 2. Let's get in with a little hurry-up music, actually. 50 seconds on that big red clock. That's how long you got to bring it in, folks. Looking for that top 10 and last. Ken Jack says, it's like Rainbow Road, but cheaper? Okay. I will say this, compared to some of the other Rainbow Road levels that we've had, I think this one is pretty traditional as far as like our marbles level goes. You know, a lot of times we've had a few here that are not, say, traditional marbles levels. Not conventional. All right, the backpack here, 20 seconds. Callison, Ken Worf, and Duke McAwesome, 1, 2, and 3, trying to bring it home. Should have plenty of time. All you got to do is get it into the test tubes, folks. Ken sinks it. 6 seconds with Duke. There it is. Ah! Timu Rainbow Road, yes. All right, folks, that does it. Here are your winners. Congratulations go to Musical Chemist, Rissy, and Red Hat Jesse. Your podium on number 2 tonight, the Pristine Rainbow Basement. Hang it in the zone for the level. Top 10 rounded out by 4th place, FLS Carnage leading on. Archeron 42, Bobcat, Stashman 2, Esco in 8th, leading another J. Martin and Mukau 1452 in 10th. Last place, Duke McAwesome in 14th place. Shout out to, oh wait, am I on my big cam? Shout out to Duke McAwesome for that. Oh, that's my big cam. Okay, so never mind. My buttons are all weird today. Let's load up another track. Camjack says, I can't defend my title if I keep dying. That's very true. FLS Carnage leading 91 points in our season ahead of Archeron, the Ben Franklin, Camjack in 4th place. Tied with Cheesy Popcorn on 57. Find your sets at any time. Marbles.win. It's our website. Loaded up now for race number 3, the amazing long jump. Join us in a Dinosaurier TV for the level. Let's take a look around. What do we got here? We got, oh, hello, Ziska. Gotta have house. Heart to the mods, of course, heart to the mods. All right, kind of a very, very double backy sort of a level. Okay, gonna be long, a little bit of a kaleidoscope section. Do you have to land in the middle of this? Usually it's like, you need to try to land in the middle of this, or I guess you'll just shoot past it. Okay. Some Ferris wheels. And stuff, and then like a little podium at the bottom. All right, there we go. Join us, exclamation mark play. 70 seconds, folks. Speaking of weapons, I guess. I'm going to be doing a probably 2, maybe 3 rage select videos on Borderlands 4 this weekend. I wasn't really planning on getting the game, especially after kind of all Randy Pitchford stuff, but Jeff offered to buy it, and I will play those games for free. So I'll probably have some at least some thoughts about Borderlands. Is anyone else gonna get it? I mean, I've heard it is written by the crew who did Wonderlands, which I thought was a really great game. Jeff Gerstmann was out there saying it was pretty good. It was an improvement over the story of Borderlands 3. Which is great because I play those games with all the audio, all the voice dialogue turned off, and I leave the subtitles on. And if I wanna watch it, and if I wanna read it, then I'll read it. If I wanna. But a lot of times, it's just sometimes a lot of the humor is just very kind of base. Okay, it's a little immature. All right, it's a lot of fart jokes and meme jokes. It's a lot of claptrap saying, "Woo, I'm claptrap, woo." That's like 20% of the jokes. Just, "Woo, I'm claptrap, woo." And farting. Yeah, farting is like another, like 22%. Malvinius leading the pack here on our 3rd race of the evening, the amazing long jump. Dinosaurier for the level. Going to it looks like an anti-gravity section, but I actually don't think it is. Or maybe just nobody has any. Well, no, if it was anti-gravity, it would go up. Okay, well, there we go. Malvinius and another J. Martin on the opposite side here. It's a tale of 2 races at the moment. As the races go up, double back around again. We were doing the track walk earlier. The section will be a little dense. Going back and forth a little bit here. Bobcat pulling the rear. As we see Malvinius, S-Code, Brave Jayhawk, Bryce has FLS Carnage, Ledwin, Duke McAwesome zooming ahead trying to go into the lead, but it's on the outside here. Brave Jayhawk with the clean inside line, but it doubles back to the outside line here in this part of the curly Q. Duke McAwesome having a chance. Callison could catch up on that shorter line, but it's only one curly Q. Brave Jayhawk and Ledwin come out together. Oh my goodness. We've got 2 people fighting for first place, and they're on the same side, and they're fighting together. Well, I think it's time for another of these classic dog fights. Brave Jayhawk has got Callison and Stashman in the background, but right now this is a fight with Ledwin. Ledwin pulling behind, catching up here in this dojo section. Brave Jayhawk stopped in the track as Ledwin finds the escape from that section. Callison on the tail, taking over the dogfight. This dogfight has been adopted for another 2-fer. Callison and Ledwin here on this cycle of the mill. Brave Jayhawk Reason, Duke and Musical Chemistry trying to catch up, but they are here in the mill here. We're going to have to wait for Ledwin and Callison to bring it one-on-one. They are loosed. Out on the dark blue section of the track, 2:30 on the clock. Neck and neck going into the dog leg left. Ready for some stair steps. Make sure you got your shoes firmly tied, folks. Ledwin, Cal SN crashing into the wall, riding that wall. It's the fastest line. Of course, our marbles don't have any sort of marble damage model. Neck and neck, they are trying. Ledwin is on Calasen's heels. Calasen trying to keep every tight line, shooting through the long jump. Ledwin shooting into the lead ahead of Calasen. Into the Ferris wheel now. Duke McAwesome, Brave Jayhawk, Musical Chemist. This dogfight has gotten a little less doggy as Ledwin and Calasen are reunited once again into the Ferris wheel. Calasen, Musical Chemist now. This is a new 1-2. Wait, no, Cheesy Popcorn. Stop the dogfight. Stop the dogfight. Cheesy Popcorn somehow shot into the lead of the finish line. We completely missed it. This dogfight is out of our hands. It's over, folks. Don't even move your body, folks. Move your marble to the finish line. 20 seconds on that big red clock now. Whew, what a long one. Now, we were distracted by the dog. We were distracted by the dog fight. Top 10 are in. Leaving that last place racer. He's gonna do it. Ooh, I got a little doggy. I got a little doggy fight. I got a little doggy during that fight. All right. Congratulations go to Cheesy Popcorn, Calasen, and Ledwin. Your podium here in race number 3, the amazing long jump. I got a Dinosauria TV for that one. Top 10 rounded out by Musical Chemist in 4th place, leading Duke McAwesome, Stashman 2, Brave Jayhawk, Esco, Max Power in 9th, leading on FLS Carnage in 10th. Scrolling down, it's Mr. Alvis taking the last place, point in 17th place. Shout out to Mr. Alvis and everyone. Gotta get a lot of Franker Z's for our folks who got DNFs in that race. DNF stands for does need Franker Z's. They does need it, so please, does provide. Please, can have Franker Z's. I can has Franker Z's. Load up for race number 4. Big mover in shakers tonight, 21 points so far for Musical Chemist, trying to move up in the rankings, just ahead of Bobcat and Ledwin, 21, 19, and 18 points for all of them. Find your sets at any time, marbles.win, it's the website. Load up now for race number 4. The beautiful Angelic Memory. Thank you to, Lady Draconis 666 for the level. Look at that. We're going to do a prediction, channel point prediction here in the chat if you're watching live. Use those Twitch channel points to make a prediction on how many DNFs we're going to have in the race. We've set the over-under at 9.5. How many people do you think will finish this race? We'll do a little bit of a look here. The new iPhones. You guys see that? You guys see those new iPhones? I think it's a weird time for Apple. It's a weird time for big tech. I think Apple, I understand them doing a very oblong sort of iPhone launch this year. What's up with iPhones this year? Are we really caring about iPhones too much this year? Maybe we'll let them do some crazy professional iPhones and some crazy thin iPhones. That iPhone looks pretty thin. Waffle says, can you define an oblong release? Yeah, okay. Because they didn't have a regular iPhone. They had the iPhone Air and the iPhone Pro. And there's no regular iPhone. But that iPhone Air is not an iPhone SE. It is not an iPhone budget edition. So that's pretty strong confidence, at least, to say, like, well, we're not just gonna have a regular phone and then a regular phone, but it's thin. Because the thin's pretty cool. Yeah, there is a regular iPhone 17. Oh wait, is there? I didn't watch the keynote, so I'm not doing a bit. I just did not. Okay, well, then never mind. Again, really checked out. I was sick. I had COVID. Shut up. Leave me alone. I didn't know that I just assumed that they didn't do a regular iPhone, that there's not. But now that I think about it, I do remember seeing the promotional pictures for 3 iPhones. That's actually, yes. Okay. You know what? And then the new iPhone, the AirPods Pros. I like my AirPods Pros too. I don't know. I guess I could be talked into upgrading to the 3 if they have a better fit. It's just the thing with the AirPods Pro is like they fit good most of the time, but they only fit perfectly like 40% of the time. All right, our racers are off here in our 4th race this evening. The beautiful Angelic memory, 23 of them ready, registered, revving, and they are through the opening sections now in a huge parking structure. Those from here on the right side of your camera screen, Musical Chemist and Malvinius on the left. It's Mr. Alvis leading Bobcat and Ledwin in the opening convergence section here. Going in a little dojo section, it's Waffleophagus leading Brave Jayhawk into a little tunnel. It's not very helly of a tunnel. What the helly? No. What the not helly on? Brave Jayhawk taking the lead now into the hamster ball. Musical Chemist Plo Kai, Zero Evil Alvis. It's anyone's race so far. 1:25 on the clock. Musical Chemist and Brave Jayhawk. I really dig the AirPods Pros, but also with something like that, the fit and finish is a lot of DNFs on that one. The fit and finish is really big for folks. It's got to fit right. I still don't like that they use the gaskets. I like the no gasket, the no rubber nip on the normal AirPods, but you pay all that money. They think you want a little rubber nipple. We see Musical Chemist, Zero Evil, and Ledwin. A 3-way fight for the win here at the end. Pretty straightforward. Musical Chemist, Ledwin, and Zero Evil on that podium. Top 4 are in, top 6 are in, top 8 are in. 1 minute as are folks. Everyone, a nice and tidy race. If you don't count the half of the people who did not finish. Congratulations, go to Musical Chemist, Ledwin, and Zero Evil. Your podium here on race 4. The beautiful Angelic memory. Thank you to Lady Draconis for this one. Top 10 rounded out by 4th place, Vuff leading Waffleophagus. Another J. Martin in 6th leading Captain Jack. Sashman 2, Calasen in 9th, and Archeron in 10th. Oh my goodness, another one. 12th place for Malvinius in last place. Leaving Duke McAwesome out in the cold. Sorry, Duke. That's the one where we don't give you bonus points for that one. You're the only one. You're the only one. You did this. What? It's your fault. And of course, with all of those DNFs, it was the overs on the channel point prediction getting paid out. Load up now for race number 5. Make sure you get in here with exclamation mark play. Did that prediction. Ooh. We only had unders on that one. No points given out. Ready for race number 5, folks. We're here in the adorable, lovely project. Thank you to Bente to play. Join us, exclamation mark play, switch in the chat to get a marble with your name on it. I was trying very hard to not do my little spiel there in the melody of Sherry Sherry Lady. Join us, exclamation mark play. Anybody catch that Formula 1 race? Was that last weekend? Was Monza last weekend? Was that on Sunday? Was Monza on Sunday? Cheesy Popcorn says yes. Okay. I don't remember. It was a snoozer? I would say it was a snoozer. Yes, it's this weekend where there's not an F1 race. Kind of a snoozer. The shortest Grand Prix in recorded history? Is that what they said? It was like an hour long. Hulkenberg retired. There were some retirements, but there was no flags. There was not. Everyone kept it really clean, and it just ended up being over really fast. The big talking points are the McLaren team orders. Again, look. Okay, let's talk about this. Okay, so McLaren, Lando Norris is. Was that in Monza? Yeah, Lando Norris was in second place trying to catch up with Max, but Max was out and late. They decided to pit Oscar first because they say, like, there's no chance of no worry about it. Usually you go with whoever's in the lead, you give them priority, and you pit them first. But they said Oscar can go first. He cannot. He's not going to undercut you. So Oscar goes in, has a good pit stop. He comes out. Next lap, Lando goes in. Lando has a slow stop. The guy in the front left, the jack, hit the gun. He doesn't. He gets it off, but he doesn't quite get it back on, and so it takes him a couple of seconds. He loses a couple of seconds in that. And so when Lando comes out of the pits, instead of being a few seconds ahead of Oscar Piastri, Oscar is able to get past him. And is able to keep it within I think he keeps it within a second. But it's a tough one. And so now they have it where Oscar, oh my goodness, the texture applications in this level are going to make somebody sick. I don't think they'll make me sick. I think they'll make my sense of style sick. I think they'll make my sense of taste sick. We're off here in the fifth race. And so Lando, they ultimately they give team orders to Oscar saying, hey, Lando was ahead at the pit stops. We didn't want to give you the lead. Can you please let Lando through? There weren't any other cars around them or between them. So it's not like there was like any sort of competitive thing at play. It was just two team members basically trading positions. But it's one of another weird team orders call from McLaren, who have decided that they needed to make work where they probably didn't need to be making work. They did this whole team orders thing kind of for not a lot of reason. They say, they'll say everyone's cool and that it was about fairness. And I do understand, like, the team messed up with the pit stop, right? The team messed up with the pit stop. I think they've said that if it was Lando, messing up the pit stop or, missed his mark. Oh my goodness, explosions on the track. There's a damn ray gun shooting at the racers. Oh my goodness. And ultimately, it's become this talking point that they don't need to have. Again, like they're just making trouble where they don't need to. And I don't know. Callan says, I get the desire for fairness, but slow stops really feel like part of the nature of racing. Team orders leave a bad taste in my mouth as a viewer, especially on a track that did not seem super competitive. Max with that high downforce setup that he had was really just like a class ahead of the McLarens this weekend. And so, yeah, it's a really, really weird, and look, like Waffle says, find someone who loves you as much as Zach Brown loves Lando Norris. Like, these are the jokes McLaren has earned. I'm not going to tell Waffle to stop because McLaren fucking asked for this. When they decided to make their team, and they decided to make team orders. They're such a major part of a strategy in a race that was not a lot of strategy because McLaren extended on those tires fucking insanely long. It was funny to get Max's reaction. To hear that they had swapped positions because of the slow stop. Very funny. All right, 23. We had a race. Sorry, we had a whole race here. 20 seconds on that big red clock here, waiting for another J. Martin to bring it in for last place. 15 seconds, got to do it, though. Can you do it? Can you do it to do it? Can't stay out there, another J. Martin. You need to bring it home. You got to cross the line. You cross that line. 6 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. There we go. Whoa. Whoa. Congratulations go to your winner, Brave J Hawk, alongside Captain Jack and Plokai. Your podium on the adorable, lovely project. Thank you to Bentai to play for the level. Top 10 rounded out by a 4th place, Snashman 2, leading on Callison, Vuff, Bry, Kaz, Colin J. Crawford in 8th, leading on Esco in 9th, and Duke McAwesome in 10th. One more! It's 11th place, another J. Martin in last place, getting that last place point. Shouty outy to another J. Martin. And I gotta get a lot of Frankersies in the chat. For how many DNFs? And so many DNFs. So many DNFs. Loaded up now for race number 6. Taking a look at the standings. FLS Carnage Archeron 42 and Ledwin leading the season 3 standings 92, 82, and 74. Scooting down in 20th place, Malvinius 37 points. There's still plenty of delta for folks to get points over the next few races. Remember, we're going to do 17 races this evening. And if you saw last week, we did our first 17 race match with the permanent Castle Siege finale. And it was a very good thing that race was relegated to an encore, because nobody finished last week. And nobody got points. It was a total waste of time. Not only was it a waste of time, because nobody finished and nobody got any points, and it was... Oh, and I even forgot I have to go in and actually remember to add it, because we didn't even keep track of it because points didn't come in. But I do know that someone asked for that a while ago. But now we've added an extra race, so even when Castle Siege is the longest it can possibly be and give us nothing in return, statistically it doesn't matter too much, because there was another race to provide some points. So that's how we're doing it now this season. I'm excited. I'm glad that because I've been upset with Castle Siege. We've been upset with Castle Siege over the past few seasons. It's fine. It's fine. This is what it is now. It's the explosive barrel race. It hasn't been anything else for a long time. It's been the explosive barrel race for a long time. The tides are going one way. "30 seconds now, folks." Another F1 news tidbit. Adopted American driver Daniel Ricciardo, kind of the Drive to Survive Season 1 protagonist. He announced that he is properly retiring from racing, at least for now. And he's going to be, I don't know, some sort of Ford ambassador, influencer, whatever. But a real tough end for Danny Rick. I think he just had a real bad shake of it there at the end. I don't know if it was the yips or what, but that really sucks. I hope we can find another. I could find another lead. I kind of thought he would find another class of race to sink his teeth into. If you're an F1 class driver, then you want to be in or stay in F1 until you have a championship to your name or something. You can say, "Oh, I don't need it anymore." And that's a tough one to be in. That's a tough spot to be in. All right, 1 minute elapsed here in Race Simmer 6. That's an advancing absurd adventure. We see Bobcat stalled out on the track here. What's happening here with Bobcat? Is Bobcat at least moving forward any? A little bit. Ooh, this is gonna be a tough one for you, Bobcat. We'll come back to you. We see at the front of the pack here, Riss C leading Stash Man, 2 Malvinius, Captain Jack, at least on that central side. On the near side to our camera, Max Power, Brykaz, and Vuff leading. That is an upper side as our racers are going through a bit of a multi-track, a very wide multi-track as our racers are into a couple of different paths here. It's like a damn roguelike. Everyone's doing like a damn roguelike. So yeah, anyway, Danny Rick, pour out a shoey for old Danny Rick, and then did we talk last week about the Valtteri Bottas Sergio Perez announcement? I think we did, because that was before Monza. It'll be good for it'll be good to see those guys again. You know, Sergio's got fans, Valtteri's got fans. I think they're good picks because they're not just like folks who have fans, but they're kind of galvanized fans, right? They're ready for a comeback. They're ready for like a redemption arc. And I think Valtteri and Sergio both can do it. We were doing a race here. Ken Worf, congratulations, taking the win just ahead of Colin J. Crawford. Oh my goodness, sorry, we completely missed it here. Well, let's do it with the hurry up music. 44 seconds now as we see all of our race car really spread out across the field here. And Captain Jack. Captain Jack's just now making out. Took a second to get out of the section. Music. Hello. 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 Captain Jack here looking for 8th. And is going to get it in 9 and 10. We're looking for, oh no, Ledwin's stuck on track. No, it's our only rule. Don't freaking get stuck. Come on, it's our only rule. Congratulations to our podium here on race number 6, Ken Worf, your winner alongside Colin J. Crawford and Cal SN. 1, 2, and 3 here on the advancing Absurd Adventure. Thank you to MGM HD for the level. Top 8, rounded out by Vuff in 4th place, leading on Archeron, Waffle Ophagus, Musical Chemist, and Captain Jack. 913 in 8th place. Only 8 people finished. A lot of DNFs in that one. A lot of Franker Z's. It's Captain Jack in 8th, getting that last place point. Shouty howdy. Take hat and let's go rig the points and get number 7 ready. Big movers and shakers tonight. Musical Chemist moving it the most, 39 points. A huge lead over Callison on 30. Ledwin on 29. Stashman on 28. Vuff and Archeron on 22. Loaded up now. It's time for race number 7, the Curvy Royal Venture. Thinking of Valkyrian Blue for the level. Let's do a little bit of a fly through. We get some of these timers started. While we're talking about sporting, just a little bit, that's another bit of an update. If you're an Uma Musume head, then well, you probably do already know this. One of the characters in Uma Musume, all the horse girls are based off of real horses. One of the community's fan favorites is one with pink hair called Haru Urara. She's known for never winning in her regular career, though I think she did win a race after she retired. But she passed away after a good long life for a horse. But it was we've seen folks. She's the goodest horse. Look. She's a symbol of perseverance. All right, 1 minute now here for the Curvy Royal Venture. Let's get loaded up and ready for it, folks. Oh, another F1 thing. I have become an Isaac Hadjar fan. I like that little guy. I think good for you. I'm gonna do my Wendy Williams voice. Good for you. I feel sorry for you. Good for you. I don't know. He's been showing up in the races. He's also just like seems fun and kind of funny. I don't know. You know, okay, well, if you're gonna say Isaac Hadjar, the Racing Bulls F1 driver, I think he got that really solid podium back in the other race, and I think he's holding his own, especially in what must be an incredibly chaotic Red Bull family at the moment. I think Red Bull's motorsport family is probably in complete disarray and shambles, I would say. All right, here's race number 7. We're already off. It's the Curvy Royal Venture. 21 racers are making their way through the opening section. It's Captain Jack in the lead on Cheesy Popcorn and FLS Carnage. Callison falling off just in the foreground there. Cheesy leading down into another mini funnel section. Stashman 2 and Arc Run pulling at the rear with yours truly. Ugh. Cheesy Popcorn making it right through a Ferris wheel section. A bunch of other racers stopped with a huge gap now between first and second. It's FLS Carnage getting the escape ahead of Brave Jayhawk. Risk C, Ken Worf and more, another front pack trying to catch for third or fourth place. Cheesy Popcorn going through the hairbrush now as a bunch of racers are still in the back of the pack. Cheesy Popcorn into the reservoir now. Into a little bit of almost like a castle seat. Is this a bouncy port? It's a bouncy section. Okay. Jumping through another tunnel of hell, shooting through. Watch out for the laser. No! Cheesy Popcorn directly into the laser. Is going to have to retire from the race. It was right there. FLS Carnage just sneaking by it. Another J. Martin Rissi. That whole pack avoiding the laser. Watch out for the freaking laser beams. FLS Carnage leading up through the elevator with a bit of a curly Q section. There's a teleporter at the end of it here. Another J. Martin and FLS Carnage are going to be neck and neck going through this section. Not a lot of chaos in these curly Qs. Turning the direction around now. Rissi trying to keep this from being a full-fledged dogfight, mainly because this race is almost over. FLS Carnage is just needing to get ahead, but another J. Martin's on a clean line, dropping now. Dropping as fast as they can. Another J. Martin and FLS Carnage 1 and 2, dropping through that little heart section. 1 minute to hurry it up, folks. Top 8, top 9 are in. Looking for last place. Out on the pack, the fire line's already started. We see Lead win. Bryce has and Malvinius in the mix. What's all this stuff? Little heart piece. These are just moving. They're just moving. They're like birds. I kind of thought they were like meant to be birds. I thought these were birds, I guess. Oh, no! Only 12 seconds now. These racers are not going to have enough time to make it. Why are they not going ahead out of the elevator here? What happened? What's the grade on this elevator? Who approved this shit? All right, congratulations go to another J. Martin, FLS Carnage, and Risk C, your podium here in the Curvy Royal Venture. Race number 7 today. I think it is Valkyrian Blue for the level. Top 10, rounded out by 4th place, Ken Worf. Leading on, Captain Jack, Colin J. Crawford, Bobcat, Vuff in 8th place, Brave J. Hawk in 9th, and Waffle Ophagus in 10th. Scrolling down at 15th place, Musical Chemist in the last place point, Shouty Outy to the Musical Chem. Done another track. All right, load it up for number 8. Almost at the halfway point tonight. Join us, exclamation mark, please, which happens to chatting with your name on it. FLS Carnage breaking the 100-point barrier, sitting at 103. Over 14 points gap to second place in the standings. Folks, you got to get these points in. Get these points in. Load up now for number 8, the Champions Fighting Ceremony. Join us. I think it is Sebastian TV for the level. Exclamation play type. Get a mark with your name on it. I started watching, what did I watch? The Rookie on Fox? I watched a little of The Rookie on Fox, where it's Nathan Fillion being Nathan Fillion as like a cop. His wife dies. His wife die? As in, I'm gonna be a cop. But so he goes to be a cop, and then he becomes a cop. But the guy there, he's like, well, he's you're too old. You're too old to be a rookie. And you know, every episode is kind of like, well, his life experience really helped him out in a pickle, or you know, his life experience got him on the ragged edge between life and death. You know, he was also a space cowboy. That's right. But it's fine. I think it's fine. I think it's a Fox crime drama. It's goofy. I wanted to watch it because I'd seen little clips of it on TikTok or something, and I thought it seemed fine. It's a lot of goofy stuff. But you know, look at you got that. You got what is it? The 911 shows. Do they still do NCIS? I'm sure they've got to still do NCIS. They're still doing Law and Orders. They got Mariska Hargitay is the captain now. And then what's with that new girl and the new guy who got married or something? I don't know. 20 seconds now to join us here for the Champions Fighting Ceremony, race number 8 tonight. Yeah, he also was like a detective in Castle. Yeah. All right, 6 seconds now for this 8th race of the evening. It's Max Power on pole position. 3, 2, and they're off. Zooming into the opening funnel now on the Champions Fighting Ceremony. Get another chance for folks to get points on our leaderboard. Oh, did they pull out the Firefly coat in Castle? I never watched Castle either. I bet Castle's probably fine, right? I don't know. It's probably like Bones, where it's like, I don't know. To me, I don't know. To me, all those procedurals are, I mean, they're procedurals. Procedurals are procedurals. It's not like Nathan Fillion in Castle is like has some gritty serial drama story. It's like, he's like solving Agatha Christie novel mysteries, right? Colin says it was a well done procedural. Yeah, see, I really liked The Grinder on Fox. Did they do 2 seasons, or I think they just got 1 long season? That was a great law comedy with what's his name? What's his name? It's got what's his name? And what's his name in it? What's his name? The guy who's on Parks and Rec. The health obsessed guy from Parks and Rec. The guy. And Fred Savage. That's not Fred Savage, but it had the other guy is Fred Savage, and then Chris Traeger, yes, from Parks and Rec. Fucking from West Wing. Fucking. I'm gonna lose my nut. What is his name? Captain Jack, the serious lead ahead of Duke McAwesome now on race number 8. What's his name? Safari guy from Lighthouse and Grinder. What's his name? Not Anthony Scaramucci. What the fuck? No, not really the White House and Grinder. The TV show Grinder. Why is it telling me on Anthony Scaramucci? Did Anthony Scaramucci have a sex thing? The Rob Lowe. Yeah, that Rob Lowe is the grinder. Oh, I missed the race. Rob Lowe! Congratulations for Gab Jack taking a solid win there. Sorry. Why was it telling me about Anthony Scaramucci? Why was that happen? The phrase "guy from White House and the grinder" could refute. Okay, that's on me. I probably should have said the West Wing. I probably should have said the West Wing and not the White House and grind. Okay, 15 seconds now. The second result, it wasn't even the third result. The second result was Steve Bannon and Jared Kushner. So that's just the level of AI discourse that apparently we're on. All right, congratulations, Rob Lowe. Congratulations go to your winner, Captain Jack 913, alongside Duke McAwesome and Led Win your podium today on Champions Fighting Ceremony. Thank you to Sebastian TV for the level. Top 10 rounded out by 4th place Arcaron 42, leading on Cheesy Popcorn, Brave Jayhawks, Dashman 2, Bobcat, another J Martin in 9th place, leading on 10th place FLS Carnage. Scrolling down, 23 people entered, only 19 of them finished its Waffle-ophagus. In that last place point, shouty outy to Waffle. Take that point, buddy. Rob Lowe. Colin J. Crawford says, it's been a mooch since I've thought about Scaramucci. Yeah, I don't even really remember what that guy's deal was, and I'm also not taking and I'm not accepting information on what that guy was anyway. We're loaded up for number 9 now. Load up for number 9. It's the Supreme Music Ballad. Join us. Thank you, The Propane, for this level. Oh. And I wonder if he's got any accessories, too. Join us, exclamation mark place, which happens to more with your name on it. You know what I did see? I watched a little bit of this the other day. This has been back. This has been a thing for a while, but they've got match game, celebrity match game on ABC, I think, with Martin Short as the host. It's fine. It's a little... look, all game shows have a fluff. They've got fluff. All game shows have got fluff. Yeah, they all got fluff. That's, it is what it is. A little fluff, a little fluffy. It's just like, I see what they're doing. I think they got a good. I think they're giving it a good try, but it's a little off. It's a little stale. It's a little not quite, though some of the writing's not quite there. I don't know if they've got any, I certainly didn't see, any Di Bartolos in the credits, but kind of needed a little bit of, needed a little bit more of that Dickie D magic. I don't think it was quite right. They had some good gets though. They had Selena Gomez. They got, because the old murders in the whole damn building show thing. What is his name? Not Ryan Seacrest. The guy who's not Ryan Seacrest. Fucking Joel McHale. Okay, like, I love Joel McHale. Joel McHale is so supremely funny, and he was really, really not funny in that episode of the match game. He was just doing this one bit. His whole bit the whole time was like, I'm not following the rules. I don't know the rules. Okay. It was just a little some uninspired moments, but you still have the game show classic of people really giving bad answers to some of these things. But then I think there were some good questions and some good potential matches. I think I thought there's also got Thomas Lennon, Dangle from Reno 911. He was great. I mean, they've been doing this version of Match Game for a few seasons now, it looked like. So I'm sure they're working their way and seeing, what's got lasting power, but I thought he really could fit in a solid, like regular panelist sort of position. You know, very engaged, very enthused. You know, just a little flamboyant. But I thought he was a good part of it. Anthony Anderson, pretty solid. Cara Delevingne holding her own. Anyway, I'm in at 3 here as we are going through the Supreme Music Ballad. What is the music ballad? Oh, it's a cassette tape. Oh, it's a cassette tape. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm down for that. Our racers are... Where are we going? Hello. What are we doing? What? Oh, okay. They're going to go back down, I guess. It's weird. It just drops people down here and then... Okay, great. As the crow flies, I think we're seeing Red Hat Jesse jumping up into this strainer over here. Our racer need to jump up into a strainer and then down through a little down ramp here, just like Risk C is done. Red Hat Jesse. No, I didn't make it. I guess I hit a kill plane. Our racers are making it in here. Okay. 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 Red Hat Jesse shouting for points. Hello. Very good. Top 10 are in. Looking at that last place racer. I think this is a level that probably could benefit from like a little more apprenticeship. I think this level, if you could really polish it up into something really shiny. I think you spit. Really make this one sparkle. Congratulations, go to Risk C, 23, your winner here on the Supreme Music Ballad. Thank you to the Propane for the level. Sorry, I was criticizing you. Top 10, alongside Red Eye Jesse and FLS Carnage up on that podium. Top 10 then becomes 4th place Max Power, leading on Bobcat, Plo Kai as Cat, leading on Musical Chemist, Mr. Alvis, and Captain Jack in 10th. Scrolling down at 17th place, Ken Wharf 04 for that last place point. Shouty outy Ken Wharf. Let's load up another track. Time for number 9 now. Join us here on the Careful Dangerous Beach. Thank you to Shogoki for the level. Join us here, exclamation mark play. I've also been playing a little bit of Expedition 33 Claire Obscure. Or the Claire Obscure Expedition 33. It's one of those. It's the 33 game. It's the JRPG made by the French people. That game's pretty good. That game's pretty good because it's not written like a JRPG. It's written. I don't know exactly what it's written like, but it's not quite written like a JRPG, and that helps out a lot. But it's cool. It's really neat. Obviously, it's like a throwback to like the 90s Final Fantasy type of early 3D RPGs. But they got a lot of good work in it, a lot of really good voice acting, a lot of good like cutscene work, and I think that's something that kind of surprises me. Is like I'm 20 hours in or so, and it's still most everything is told via in-game cutscenes and a lot of audio recorded. Like it's a little thing, and it's not like, you know, Warcraft cinematic level of CG and stuff, but there is a really strong visual eye to most everything. Even like you can kind of tell when you're in a conversation that is not very important, but all these, I'm just like, I'm very impressed about like how much time they put into just the basic storytelling. Because it would be very easy to just do like text boxes for everything, and you just mash X, and but they treat a lot of the cutscenes as like real-time scenes where there's timing, you know, and you just can't, you don't get that with a bunch of dialogue boxes. If Marbles was just a series of dialogue boxes that I just pressed X through for about 2 hours, I don't think we would be into that as much. And I think my voice would be even more sore at the end of the evening. It's IMO. All right, we're here on race number 10, the Careful Dangerous Beach. Thinking of Shogoki for the level. It's a back and forth opening as the racers are dropping down through a bunch of sections of track. High speed, incredible technical driving from all of our marbles. It's Archeron with a bit of a lead on the front pack. Redhead Jesse, FLS Carnage Mac, Waffleophagus, Malvinius. All of the names are jumbling up. My brain was trying to wordplay all of the names together. That's how fast they were scrambling into each other. Waffleophagus in the lead. First one out of the hamster ball of love of hell. Front pack then Malvinius, Bryce, Brave Jayhawk, Red Hat Jesse, Mr. Alvis as more racers try to make it out of the bubble, the bubble dome, bubble double and drumble. All right, here we go. We got Waffleophagus leading as a race. The whole race is a big double back, so we'll have to kind of manually track the front of the pack here. It's Waffle leading on Mr. Alvis and Malvinius. Azcat, Brightcast, and Brave Jayhawk making their way through the switchback. Archeron dropping to the bottom here. If you drop to the bottom here, this whole section looks protected. So even if you did drop from above, which is possible, you would have only this strip really to land on, and everyone's well past that. Here at the bottom, we're watching Mr. Alvis, your new race leader, a minute 45, coming out of the DNA, trying to come out of the DNA section, opening up the door for Brave Jayhawk to catch up with Waffleophagus, but dealing with some bonkage on those stanchions there. Waffle lost that lead there in the past moment. Brave Jayhawk and Mr. Alvis now 1 and 2, going through the copyright section. Brave Jayhawk shooting on the left side, overshooting and having to take another look at it. Mr. Alvis getting the escape velocity, overtaking, and your new race leader hitting the cannon now. That's a win for Mr. Alvis. Podium are in. Gonna hit you with that hurry up music. This is a level. Now this is a level. It's not too long. It's nice and tight. It's fast at the start. Kind of technical. Pretty low DNF count. The DNF count. Even if you finish, if your marble still despawns for some reason, that still removes their number from the top here. So that's not the most direct way of keeping the DNFs. Musical Chemist cannot get the escape velocity here. Only 20 seconds to bring it home. That fire line is right there. The John Heckline comes to Steven calling everybody. There we go. Congratulations go to Mr. Alvis, Waffleophagus, and Brave Jayhawk. Your podium here on the Careful Dangerous Beach. Thank you to Shogoki for a fantastic level. Top 10 rounded out by 4th place. Malvinius leading on Ken Orf 04 in 5th, leading Vuff Bobcat in Ledwin. Then 9th place Duke McAwesome ahead of Cheesy Popcorn in 10th. Scrolling down, it's yours truly. Hey, getting a point in 16th place. Bryce has. Let's go. 1 point. Yes. 1 point. 1 point. Loaded up now for race number 11. Join us. It's the completely balanced rice. Oh, interesting. Thank you to Razgriz Simpatico for the level. Exclamation mark place. Would you type in the chat again, marble with your name on it? Join the races here, folks. We are past the halfway point. Still more chances to get points in marbles tonight. All right. Kind of a traditional looking level. Bit of a curly Q section at the end there. All right, well, we are here ready and revving, waiting for everyone to get registered for number 11. Join us. 90 seconds jokes. Jokes? Folks. Someone been watching Who posted this in the Discord yesterday? But was it Sunbun? It was Open Bayou shared a video by Shin Diggs, who folks may have seen around on the internet before. I think he was working at Twitch, but I watched a bunch of his videos today. He does a bunch of really cool like chat text to speech interaction stuff. And it's edited in a way where it looks really, it looks really solid, almost like as if it could be scripted. But I mean, it's really just like really well edited, and it kind of chooses what text to speeches to use. But he puts his stuff looks really cool. His videos come out looking really cool. And it seems like he's doing well. It seems like his videos do pretty well. Anyway, check that out, Shindigs. What was the one I just watched? It was like refusing to start the stream until chat can be quiet for 10 seconds. And it's this escalating sort of thing of like, nobody chat for 10 seconds. And he's got all sorts of spins and twists and turns. Just like the race ahead of us, it's race number 11 tonight. Our racers are off the completely balanced race. Plokai, Waffleophagus, Malvinius, FLS Carnage leading on our 11th race of the evening. Pulling up the rear, it's Leadwind, Max Power, and Vuff on those central sections. Our racers are across 4 different multi-tracks. Oh my goodness, Risk C is also in the mix here. Plokai leading on this left side. Risk C, FLS Carnage, and Bryce has on the 3rd lane. In the backside, Waffle and Cal SN leading on that 4th lane. Mr. Alvis and Vuff in the 2nd. Going to speed bumps now. We are down to 2 lanes. Plokai, Waffle, and Cal SN leading. Going into the cones of Dunshire. Plokai avoiding all of the cones. That's the right way to do it. Avoid as many cones as you can. Colin with the speed to catch up by avoiding even more cones, keeping more speed than Plokai. But then they go into this sort of stop, drop, and roll section. Plokai and Colin are going neck and neck. Plokai pulling ahead as they avoid some of the boxes. Oh, these boxes will really slow you down. That's going to do it for Colin, who's going to fall back as Plokai completely avoids those boxes. Now, this Curly Q Ram's Head section has a weird physics sort of intersection here that might create some chaos. I don't expect it. Mr. Alvis, Malvinius, and FLS Carnage. Sorry, Waffle. I don't know why you're on the top of my tongue. The tip of my top of my tongue. Plokai going into those, the worm chicane, the chicanery. Oh, there's a even slower part of the section. Leadwin, your race leader now. Going into the final sector. 2nd place is Stashman 2 just escaping the chicane worms. Look at them. Look how slow everyone's going. Just slow. Leadwin going into some of the final stretches now. A big sort of like iguana's tail or something. It twists and turns all around itself in a big infinity sort of symbol. Stashman 2 trying to catch up, going into the infinity as Leadwin comes out of it. Going through the empty section now. Leadwin is trying to turn it around, drop it, stop it, pop it, lock it. Time of 2:29. Your winner here, Leadwin. 1 minute on that big red clock. We are looking for the top 10. There's still a lot of points at play. Stashman 2 for 2nd. Colin, Captain Jack, Plokai, your top 5. Top 10 are rounding their way in. They're in. Looking for the last place point, folks. 23 entered. All 23 are still in. Oh, my dog. Are we going to have no DNFs on this one? There we go! Congratulations go to Leadwin, Stashman 2, and Colin J. Crawford, your podium here on race number 11, the completely balanced race. Thank you to Rez Grizz. Top 10 rounded out by 4th place Captain Jack, leading on Plokai, Ken Worf, Callus N. Archeron 42, Cheesy, 9th place is Cheesy Popcorn, head of FLS Carnage in 10th. Oh my dog! 23 people entered in all. 23 of them finished. It's Malvinius in that 23rd place point, getting that last place point. I gotta get more oh my dog emotes for our no DNS. We love to see that, don't we? Let's load up race number 12 as we go into our final quarter. Loaded up now for race number 12. We're here on the long mountain journey. Excuse me, I had a attack of the phlegm. Join us here in the long mountain journey. Thank you to Trench FX for the level. Here we are in our final quarter this evening. Let's take a look at the level here. Oh my goodness. This is set up like this is set up like an action RPG level. It's set up like I'm gonna be Astrobot. Whoa, it's a big worm! Watch out, it's the worm boss! And his health bar appears, and it's Gregor, the Emerald Blur. And he's got 2 phases. In his second phase, he gets into a cocoon and he turns into a big moth. But he's like a green moth. That's all there is to it. That's all you need. It's a moth, but he's green. Ship it! Ship it! Oh, it's a bit of a long level here. We're still scrolling through. 75 seconds, folks. Join us! Exclamation mark play. Whoa! This is a really long level here. All right. Oh, no! Okay. That's, I guess we could have. I wouldn't say that we spoiled it. But we saw the totality of the racetrack. All right, folks. 1 minute now. Join us! Exclamation mark play. What you get? What do you want it? Where are we? Hello. Hello? Oh no, we're on the back side. You're not supposed to see the pieces quickly placed together like that. All right, 45 seconds now, folks. Oh my goodness! Don't get sick, people. All right. If I can recommend, and I know everyone's gonna have their own health plan, don't get sick. Don't get sick. It sucks. All right, 10 seconds now, folks, for race number 12, a long mountain journey. Get ready for it. Oh, it's even called long. We're here ready, registered, and revving. Our races are off for the long mountain journey. Oh, we're going. Whoa! Zooming ahead, Cheesy Popcorn. The first one to hit the drop. When there's and then another boost. That kind of like drop. This reminds me of another Crab's Treasure. I think that's what I was thinking of like having kind of a big corridored level, and then like the leaf, something about the leaf texture, where like leaves being like loose particles, but here they're like on the wallpaper, so principally they are as stationary as the dirt. And so what do you do with that? Cheesy Popcorn going into the funnel here, but not getting directly down the hole like Red Hat Jesse to take the lead. Ledwin, Archeron, and Vuff. Red Hat Jesse shooting. Juicy shot for Jesse. Ledwin taking second. Archeron, Vuff going into this little chamber there. Into the reservoir. Stashman leading Archeron and Risk C. Duke McAwesome, Brave, J Hawk. A minute 10. Mr. Alvis Calesen and Waffleophagus pulling at the rear. We're seeing Stashman 2 leading. Remember, there's a very vertical level. Stashman going through the hairbrush section now as Duke McAwesome goes in. Archeron with Brave J Hawk, Red Eye Jesse, Musical Chemist, Risk C. Stashman 2 now going in the copyright section. Will he make it out? Very good. A clean first escape for Stashman. Duke McAwesome not far behind. Red Hat Jesse dropping off the track. Is there a kill plane? There it is. Stashman going through the mills. Duke McAwesome as well ahead of Malvinius, Musical Chemist, and Archeron. Going through a curly queue here, Stashman 2 trying to build a gap as Duke McAwesome deals with the stanchions. Malvinius also trying to get on the side, try to drive on the sidewalk, avoid any of the actual props. 2:10 on the clock as our racers are catching up here in the long mountain journey. Stashman 2 stopped on some stanchions. No, you hate to see that. A huge gap that Stashman was building. Now it's Duke McAwesome's time to strike. Duke McAwesome with a bit of a bump. So does Malvinius. They're trying to catch up, but Stashman 2 now has a little bit of a fight on his hands. Going up and down through the elevator. Into a curly Q section. Archeron trying to catch for second place, or for third. Ledwin here in fifth. No, excuse me, in fourth. I'm getting all backwards, and my Z rendering is out of order. Stashman 2 leading on Duke McAwesome through a hairpin. Archeron also on that high line with a huge overtake there on Duke McAwesome. That was amazing, an amazing move through the hairpin. 3 minutes elapsed so far. We're gonna go over this way. See, there's the maw. There's that worm's maw. Stashman 2 slowed on the stanchions yet again, opening the door for Archeron and Duke McAwesome to have a look, but they're also dealing with the stanchions. Captain Jack going on the right side, trying to catch for second place. Stashman 2 going into the final stretch. Captain Jack and Risky splitting up. Archeron and Duke McAwesome splitting up. FLO's Carnage. There's going to be a rush to the line. Ledwin and Vuff. Stashman 2 going in, dropping, hits the finish line, takes a win. Make sure you make it in, folks. You do want to get eaten. You need to get ate up by this big wormy creature. 48 seconds on that big red clock. Who is going to be last? Flokai will bank it. Waffle, plenty of time. Colin, plenty of time. Max Power in the back right now has got plenty of time, 35 seconds. There we go. Congratulations. Congratulations go to Stashman 2, your winner ahead of Captain Jack and Risk C23. Your podium today on race number 12. Top 10 rounded out by fourth place, Duke McAwesome leading on. Archeron 42, FLS Carnage, Ledwin, Vuff, Musical Chemist in 9th, leading on Brave Jayhawk in 10th place. Scrolling through, it's 20th place, Max Power 683, getting the last place point, being the last one to bring it in. And I gotta get Frankerzies for our 3 DNF folks. 3 of them didn't make it. Let's let him into the track.
I press trigger, I don't press people button. Nobody chaps confess me with something. Like how I have 22 and them is something. 10 is for you, so who gon' get the next dozen? I press trigger, I don't press people button. Nobody chaps confess me with something.
Now 4 different racers broken that 100-point mark. It's a strong fight at the top. FLS Carnage, Captain Jack only separated by 3 points. 121 to 118. 108 for Archeron. 106 for Ledwin. A lot of points today, folks. We're loaded up and ready for number 13, the Lucky Dreaming Highlight. Thanking a little luskily for the level 1. Join us! Exclamation play. By the way, I don't know how many folks in the chat have had a chance, but if you listened to Tusks, the music podcast I did earlier this year with Jeff, would you be interested in a little more of that? Would you be interested in a little more of 2 Tusks? I haven't talked I barely even talked to myself about this, but I feel like we could do a little more 2 Tusken. I feel like we could do some two-tasking. I do have to read. We'll probably have to read some more books, but I think I'll be okay with that. I think I'll be fine with that. All right, getting ready here for race number 13, the Lucky Dreaming Highlight. Thinking a little lustly for the level. And if you haven't listened to Two Tusks yet, why don't you check it out on all podcatchers everywhere. We're on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, on YouTube. Of course, if you want the fullest version, check out patreon.com/LFGX. You got full-length versions of all the music there. All right, folks, 1 minute now. Join us, ! Play. I really have not. I'm trying to think of the last. I've not actually been much of a podcast listener lately. I've been really addicted to YouTube. Not even like I've been watching. I'm like addicted to YouTube. I'm like addicted. It's like bad. And it's not even like rabbit holes. It's not like I'm like, what is propaganda anyway? What I don't think I'm necessarily being mind controlled in the worst ways that YouTube certainly could do. Right. I don't think that watching a lot of Hell's Kitchen clips is necessarily radicalizing me. Though I did buy a garlic press a couple of weeks ago, so what does that say? What does that mean? It was not a Gordon Ramsay branded garlic press, but now that I think about it, I would be interested at least to see what the specs are. I'd like to see what grade of garlic crusher gets Gordon's approval. I would want a garlic crusher, and it's like Gordon's face on the press, on the part that it presses against the cloves, and it's like etched in. It's like him, it's raw, and it does double because it reminds you that you like celebrity chef Gordon Ramsay, because who doesn't? And It also reminds you that you probably shouldn't be serving garlic raw. You should probably cook it a little bit to cook some of the intensity out. Just cook a little bit of the intensity out. That's all you need to do. I'm not saying you need to burn it or cook nothing. You don't have to like express it and all. You need to cook. You just can't give people raw garlic like that. Where are we? Hello. Our racers are dropping and then going back up. Musical Chemist, Ledwin, and Vuff. First one's shooting way fast back up. Archeron, Stashman 2, Brave J Hawk, and another J Martin also in that mix of racers who are going down and then back up into this tunnel section. It's Musical Chemist leading on Ledwin, then Vuff going through the Tunnel of Love of Hell. Kind of on an incline here, just ahead of that bongo section. Let's see here. Okay, we're waiting for our racers to make it in the clock face here. Oh, no one able to drop through the little heart section here. Usually on the default line, you'll avoid... Whoa! Teleporter! Teleported directly into the finish line. I guess if you make that drop and don't get in the teleporter, you end up in the watch face. And then you really gotta wait for everyone else to bring it home. Top 6 are in. We got a bunch of folks trying to queue up for whatever places are left, but 9th is taken up by yours truly. There's only a 10th place left for points. It will go to Duke, the first one into that watch face. 30 seconds on that big red clock, folks. Should be plenty of time. Well, if FLS Carnage doesn't make it onto that little watch face right now... Ooh, FLS Carnage overshooting again. Oh, it's not looking good. 4, 3, 2, and there it is. Congratulations go to Stashman 2, Callison 34, and Vuff in third place. Your podium here on the Lucky Dreaming highlight. I think a little ugly for the level. Good level. Top 10, rounded out by fourth place, Captain Jack, leading on Ken Worf, Plokai, Ledwin, Riss C, Bry Kaz, and Duke McAwesome in 10th place. 24 people entered, only 22 of them finished. Oh no, 2 DNFs. It's 22nd place, Cheesy Popcorn, taking that last place point. No bonus points for FLS Carnage or Colin J. Crawford. We only do it when there's one DNF. Ugh. That's how it goes. A little bit of the track.
Push me, and then just touch me, till I can get my satisfaction.
Push me, and then just hurt me, till I can get my satisfaction. 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 Satisfaction.
4 more races left to go, folks. It's time for race number 14. Join us! Exclamation mark plays when you type in the chat again more with your name on it. I was on the PlayStation app. I was buying Borderlands 4, like I mentioned earlier, at full price. You're welcome, Randy. And I realized I've got PlayStation Stars. It's like a point. It was like a point. They don't have it anymore. This is the thing that they were doing for a while, and it's like a point. It's like a reward point thing. So like you would get stars, like a currency, when you spent money, when you bought stuff in the PlayStation Store. But then you could also get points for like either buying certain games or playing certain games if you owned them. So it would be like the fighting game challenge. Load up one of these fighting games, and it's like Street Fighter or Tekken or Virtual Fighter or something. And then you would get like, I don't know, 50 stars maybe. But I had those for a while. I had a bunch of them saved up, but apparently I forgot, or I guess it was a thing. They ended/are ending the PlayStation Stars program. So I had to go in and redeem all of my points. Because actually, that program gave you money, or gave you like virtual wallet funds on the PlayStation Store. So I finally, and I've used them before to either get like credits or to get, they have some games on there. And I used it a bunch of times. But I guess they're like closing it out, and so they're like, clear out, bring out your dead. So I think I've got like what, $35 or something in PlayStation money that I can use. I don't know what to use, because if I even thought about it, I would have used it in Borderlands 4, and then maybe I could have just pocketed the extra $35 Jeff sent me. Not that I would need to, but I could have done that. I could just be really cool. All right, folks, 10 seconds now here for our 14th race of the evening. It's the looping record ahead, making a murder face for the level. Our racers are ready, registered, revving, and they're off. In the opening section of our 14th race. Only 4 races left to go, folks. But now I need to find something to spend the $35 on. And I'm in this weird place of like, I keep an eye on a lot of smaller and like lower ticket games, but after a while of doing that, then you just kind of get jaded and start to think that all games are small and squat and maybe nice aperitifs, I would say. We're here on the 14th race. It's another J. Martin who we're watching with a really, really strong line through the opening sector. A huge second pack, max power, Azcat, Stashman, and Vuff as the racers are crowding up, trying to keep up with another J. Martin. Callison and Ken Wharf pull up the rear. Another J. Martin getting stopped by the stanchions, opening the door for Brave J. Hawk and Vuff to become your new race leaders. Azcat in 4th and Archeron in 5th as they make their way through the curly Q sections here. Are we signing our name here? It's a looping level. It's a level all about loops. Okay. Here we go. It's a level all about loops. Well, here we are. It's Brave Jayhawk. First one into this. Ironically, this is the part where no one is actually doing a loop. It's a bit of a double back for at least most of the lines here. Brave Jayhawk and Vuff ahead of Azcat and Riss C. The racers going through the mill, avoiding some of the stanchions. Or no, those are cones. Then you really want to be on the side. Brave Jayhawk escaping the cones, going to the final sector now. Going into the triangles. Oh, there's a little bit of an outwash section here on these different layers. We'll have to keep an eye on, see if anyone drops off, because it's lined up where you can skip a good part of the track in a kind of safe way. I would say if you make it out through that little opening, just like Azcat is trying to do, it'll be a clean escape. That'll mean Azcat jumped ahead and took the lead, as Brave Jayhawk also does the same, jumping into the final turns. Brave Jayhawk jumped ahead of Azcat. So does Vuff for second place. Stashman and Duke McAwesome as well. Azcat having to deal with 4th or 5th even, as the dojo sections are having a fight back. We are looking at your top 4 scooting in. Oh, there's another way in on this side too. We missed it. 45 seconds, folks. Ouch. Top 10 are in. 40 seconds down on the big red clock. Oh my God, it's Azcat having to settle for 9th after all of that. Sorry, Pop. Bryce pulling at the rear alongside Musical Chemist, banking that last lap. Yours truly skipping one layer, trying to bring it home. Is that enough time? 13 seconds. We'll find out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Drop it down. No! Okay. Oh, yes. Okay. Congratulations go to Stashman 2, Duke McAwesome, and Brave J. Hawk. Your podium here on looping record ahead. Making a murder face for the level. Top 10 rounded out by 4th place Riss C, leading on max power. Vuff, Ken Wharf, Red Hat Jesse. 9th place goes to Azcat and Captain Jack in 10th. Scrolling through its 19th place, Musical Chemist getting that last place point. Shouty outy to Musical Chemist. And oh, folks, bonus point goes to yours truly. Bonus point for being the only person to DNF in a level. That's right. I get a point. I take the points. I make the points and I take the points. That's my bad boy song in the jukebox musical of Marbles. I make the points, and I take the points, and I make the points, and I take the points. It's a catchy song. It's all hook right now. We need a verse, but we'll make it work. I get a point, and I take a point. Yeah, I make the points, man. I take the point. There's something there. Load it up now for number 15, the Advancey Spicy Abyss. Join us as another Bente 2. Can we all just have normal names? I know this COVID's fucking me up, man. That we Marble creators need to have real names, okay? Bente 2 play. Your name is now Benjamin. You're just Benjamin. Benjamin's got the Advancey Spicy Abyss here. Oh, you can't be Benjamin because then people are going to confuse you with the Ben Franklin. People are going to go, is that the Ben Franklin's new name? No. Old Ben. All right, folks, we are getting ready here for this 15th race. Only 3 more races left to go, folks. Join us, exclamation play. Nope, don't do that. Sorry about that. Oops. 70 seconds to join us, folks. Has anyone played the new, wow, what is that game called? Daemon Ex Machina. I was thinking about maybe getting that because I really enjoyed Armored Core from last year or the year before. I thought that game was great. The Fires of Rubicon. The game was amazing. And I feel like I could do with some more Armored Core. And they're not good. Look, if they're working on more Armored Core, more power to them. But I could use a little more Armored Core right now. And Daemon Ex Machina seems like it's going to give me some big exploding robot action, right? And it just won't be. It won't be from soft hard. It won't be from software hard. You know. Oh, it won't be Souls hard. It'll just be. Who makes it? Nacon. All right, 5 seconds now for race number 15. 21 racers ready, registered, revving in there. Off here on the advancing spicy abyss. Thank you to Ben Take 2 for the level. See, I can say the name. I can say the name when it counts, when it matters. Citation completely needed. Musical chemist Mr. Alvis, Bragg Kaz, Ephelos Carnage, and Archeron, some of your front runners as they go through the opening W section now. Another space level. Hey, shout out to the I was giving the Marvel's creators a little bit of huff and puff because some of their names are a little strange. But shout out to all the creators who all evening long have made it so that the racetrack has plenty of lights. Is completely even this one, which is like very transparent and kind of tough to see exactly where everything is. At least it's not pitch fucking black. At least I can see anything happening, including Mr. Alvis leading into the hamster ball of hell. Archeron looking to go in just a second or two later. Not made it out yet, though. We're looking to see who is going to drop it out of the hamster ball. Will it be Archeron or Mr. Alvis? Captain Jack joining the alleyway with Vuff and Waffleophagus. That's just the people in the bottom section here. Is there anyone else in there? No? They're dropping through pretty quick here. Making the escape, it'll be Captain Jack and Archeron 1 and 2. Ahead of Colin J. Crawford overtaking Mr. Alvis for third. As they go into a tunnel of love of hell, shooting their way through a James Bondy sort of section here. Oh, a little bit of a bump for Captain Jack, your defending champion. It'll be Archeron pulling into the lead through the copyright section here. A bit of a slow escape. That'll open the door for Captain Jack and Colin J. Crawford to have a look, and they're going to bump draft each other. It's contact, it's friction, it's rubbing, it's racing. Archeron gets the out into the auto runner at the same cycle with Captain Jack. This is it's not quite it's doggy, but I would not quite call it a fight just yet. We'll see what it looks like with Archeron and Captain Jack going to the auto section here. Does Archeron have the same skin that I do? He does. We both have the kind of like a China pattern, or white and blue China pattern. Well, our first place and second place racers are racing each other, and only them, and they're on the same track, and they call it a dog fight. Oh my goodness, it's Archeron trying to keep ahead of Captain Jack 913. Our racers are going through the tunnel of love of hell. Archeron with a bit of a lead now as they go into the fast double Steve. Captain Jack overtaking to take a lead now. Shoots out into a carnival section. Will Archeron make it through? Yes. Archeron overtaking? No, can't make it. Gets bounced back by one of the blades. Captain Jack goes through a second Ferris wheel, no problem. Into the third. Colin J. Crawford is looking to catch up. This is action, folks, as Colin J. Crawford now fights for the lead on the same leaf as Captain Jack. Oh, Captain Jack getting stopped. It'll be Colin J. Crawford. No, the portal shoots Colin completely away from the finish line. What the fuck?
Yo, man, let's get out of here.
No. What the fuck? Why do you do it? Why can it do that? Why is it allowed to do that? Top 7 are in, folks. Why is it allowed to do that? Mr. Alvis. Hey, yours truly. What the? Why is this? Why does this happen? The French stewards have a lot to answer for. What the fuck? 4 racers still out of the track here, trying to do. Oh, Rissy and Bobcat both getting ed up. 6 seconds now. That's it. Okay. Sure. Congratulations. Go to Vuff, Archeron, and Captain Jack, your podium. 1, 2, and 3 here on the advancing Spicy Abyss. I think it had been take 2 plays for the level. Top 10 rounded out by 4th place. Another J. Martin leading Waffleophagus. Callison leading Max Power in 7th and FLS Carnage in 8th place. That's your last place as well. A lot of DNFs in that one. Got to get a lot of Franker Z's as we wrap up some of the final races of the evening. A lot of DNFs on that community level. Hate to see the DNFs. I hate seeing the DNFs. Loading up now into our 16th race of the evening, penultimate. As we take a look at the standings, top movers and shakers today, it's Stashman 2 with 83 points ahead of Captain Jack on 80. Big gap to 3rd place. Ledwin on 66, Vuff on 65 today, Rissy on 56, Callison and Archeron on 52 points. Find your stats at anytimemarbles.win. Of course, your standings, it's Captain Jack defending his championship in the lead, 137, ahead of FLS Carnage on 126. Archeron not far behind on 119 and Vuff 114. Find your stats at anytimemarbles.win. Load up now for number 16, the peppy, cozy wormhole. Oh, I guess I should hit this button. Join us! Exclamation replies with Javin Jagnamar with your name on it. Oh, what is... Okay. I don't quite know what's going on here. Doing a little bit of reconnaissance on the track. Kind of. Oh, there's portal stuff going on. There's a cannon. Where is the finish line? Where? Worms. But where's the finish line? Join us, folks. 90 seconds. Where's the finish line? I don't see it. Does anybody see? It's not that at the end. At the end of the, I don't know. That's a boost. Oh, there it is. Okay, I see. All right, so our racers will go finish through the mini. There's the lasers. We'll cross through the gate here, and then we'll get shot from the cannon into the thing here. Even though this part doesn't matter. This should just be. It's a fun little decorative piece. Okay, well, join us here. 1 minute, folks. Exclamation mark play. Only a few more chances of points tonight. Oh, this was another little bit of interesting F1 adjacent news. It very quickly went from a rumor to being announced and confirmed that American IndyCar driver Colton Herta would be giving up his spot in IndyCar next season to make a jump over to Formula 2. He is making a shot to potentially go to the Cadillac F1 team at some point in the future. They have not made him any sort of promise other than, hey, man, it would be good to have an American. And this is a pretty serious jump because F2 is also a spec series, but it's also very controlled. It's got its own rules that are, it's a whole separate series from IndyCar, and I'm not aware of many people who have done that, who have made the jump from IndyCar to F2. To make the F1 move. And it's tough because IndyCar does not give as many points for your super license compared to Formula 2. But You know, Colton Herta's young. He's, he's a bit of a firebrand. Ooh, some explosives on the track. Ooh, is everyone going to keep it on? It'll be FLS Carnage getting DNF'd because of that explosion. Ouch. I think it'll be interesting. Colin says, I haven't watched enough IndyCar to know what he's like as a driver. What is he like? He's a little bit of a risky driver, I think, right? He has the one clip I remember of him is it's like on a wet track or something, and he like full on just like drifts his car through the turn. He's the one that was it Lando or Max was saying that he was referred to as Hooligan Herta because he's kind of a wild boy. Captain Jack shooting off into the distance, not going to do it. Bryce was in first, but now it's Azcat in first. Now it's Judy Bootybot in first ahead of Vuff. Archeron having a look in third, then Azcat in fourth. Azcat having another slow mid-track episode. Judy Bootybot going to some lasers. Oh, okay, or not. Watch out for the lasers, folks. Those lasers, we've seen it on an earlier track. Sometimes the lasers can DNF you. Don't get DNF'd. The lasers will F you. Judy Bootybot, they will un-F you. They will not F you. Judy Bootybot going through the stanchions here. It'll be Archeron, first one up the elevator though. Vuff also overtaking for second place. Azcat also having a look. Judy Bootybot having a real tough time through those stanchions. Archeron hitting a portal, dropping to that bottom section now. The racers hit an anti-gravity port, and they kind of float over the empty part of the track to go to this bottom section here to switch back. Archeron leading. Pretty good gap to Vuff and Azcat, who are fighting for second place. Of course, that's a fight, but it's not really doggy, if you ask us. Archeron shooting down this barrel section here, but I guess they get kind of shot back to recharge if they miss. Vuff with a huge overtake in the last second. Oh, man. Blink and you miss it. Vuff, your race winner now in the Peppy Cozy Wormhole. That was a close one, folks. Top 5 are in. Youch. Hitting you with the hurry up music. $30 seconds now. Looking for that top 10. Zero Evil and Ken Worf trying to have a look at it. Cheesy Popcorn having a look of it. It'll be Ken for that 10. And for the 10. Looking for last place. Should be, could be, would be Mr. Alvis. Time for the results. Congratulations go to Vuff. Archeron 42 and Lead win your podium here in race number 16. The Peppy Cozy Wormhole. Then get a Valkyrian Blue for another hot level. I thought that was a pretty good level. Top 10. Top 10 rendered out by 4th place Judy Bootybot, leading on Red Ad Jesse, Azcat, Stashman 2 in 7th place, leading Bryce has Malvinius and Ken Worf 0-4 in 10th. Scrolling down, it's 14th place, Mr. Alvis, taking that last place point. Shouty outy to Mr. Alvis. All right, folks, it's time for our final race of the evening. Let's get it loaded up. Taking a look at the standings before we start our final 17th race this evening as we get loaded up into it. Big movers and shakers today. It's Stashman 2 on the top of the timing, 88 points ahead of Captain Jack on 80. Vuff 78, Ledwin on 76. Find your stats at anytimemarbles.win. Going into the final race, your season leader is your defending champion, Captain Jack, only 7 points ahead of Archeron 42 in second place on 130 versus 137. Vuff on 127, FLS on 126, Ledwin 121. Couple of last minute messages here before we get started on our final race this evening. If you are enjoying this, please consider supporting us over on Patreon, patreon.com/LFGX, 4 little letters, a bunch of exciting benefits and stuff. We normally put the marbles up on YouTube and up on a podcast feed through Patreon. And then I had COVID over the past week, so you'll be seeing last week and this week certainly appear on the Patreon feeds. Thank you, everyone who follows and supports us. Of course, you could also support us here on Twitch, where you get all the emotes and you get the special color on your name. Check it out, marbles. Twitch.tv/Brycast if you are a subscriber. Twitch Prime I'll take it. All right, folks. It's time for our final race of the evening. We are loaded up now for Castle Siege. Join us, ! Plays, which you type, get a marble with your name on it. It's our 16th plus 1 race, our 17th race this evening, the permanent encore, the ceremonial Monaco. That is Castle Siege. Join us, ! Plays, which you type in the chat to get a marble with your name on it. We'll be back next week, by the way, for even more marbles racing action. Join us Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. No, that's not true. If marbles was a couple of days earlier, we would not be doing marbles right now. Besides the obvious logistical implications of that, if this was a few days earlier, we would not be doing marbles today. No, thank you. The most marbles we could possibly do is me completely silent, lights off, just like hunched over my Steam Deck buttons, and it's really dangerous to do that too, because once you kind of let yourself get into what I would call kind of a sloppler sort of kind of a Warhammer creature sort of vibe, that's when you start fusing with the technology in a really not great way. You think addicted to YouTube is bad. Wait till you get your hands organically fused with the Elgato Stream Deck. Then you're really going to care about your IPv6 address. Then you're really going to want to make sure you have all the colons and the letters. They got letters in that damn thing, don't they? All right, 20 seconds now for our final race of the evening. It's Castle Siege, our customary final track of the night. Explosions abound. Last chance to join us. 15 seconds. Type ! Play. Get a marble with your name on it, folks. It's just that easy. 5, 4, 3, and they're off. 20 racers registered. They are already being targeted by the explosives. You see them. They're going after these racers. Whoa, no! That's what we didn't want to know immediately. 4, 5 racers being eliminated in the opening sections. 7 racers even. Oh my goodness. Archeron going backwards opens the door for Vuff to take the race lead already. A huge gap building up, as often happens. The explosive barrels tend to track who is ever in P1. But that ends up meaning that they tend to have a bit of a gap to everyone in the back. Having a gap with the Gat behind him, Captain Jack did not proc the explosive barrel and then ends up having to be target of another barrel. High speed now for Captain Jack on the back end of this Castle Siege walkway. 1:06 elapsed so far. An okay moderate speed now as Captain Jack goes back to a pre-explosion speed. A bit of a DRS speed. That's okay. Okay, a little back up the high speed now. Can Captain Jack avoid an explosion and get an early win? No! Exploded backwards. Not too far backwards, though. Trying to get to that yellow line here in the background. Captain Jack having a bit of a look at it, but look how far back we are to second place Stashman 2, and then even further back to third and fourth Redhead Jesse and Vuff. Captain Jack could just tippy-tappy it in, but if the explosions are very difficult, it could be the end of the race. No, that'll be the end of the race by win for Captain Jack. The music has died down because we are in a very, very dangerous part of the level. The Stephen Culling line, the John Heck line coming to Stephen Culling, anyone who's still out there on the track. That fire line is approaching rapidly. Colin J. Crawford certainly cannot catch up. Judy Bootybot is going to have a dangerous time of it. Second place Dashman 2 is also going to have a bit of a time dealing with some of the explosive barrels. They're out there, folks. Vuff, last place. No, not going to do it. Malvinius in 7th. 20 seconds now. Stashman 2 just in the final section and is able to bring it home. Points secured for Stashman. Only 4 people still on the track. Malvinius in the backpack there gets Ed up. Oh no, Zero Evil going backwards. This is going to be the end of Zero Evil's race. That is it for Castle Sage tonight. That's it. Only 2 folks. Finish! Congratulations go to Captain Jack 913 and Stash Man 2, your podium finishers and end of the line here on race number 17, Castle Siege. That's all she wrote, folks. Let's do a little bit of auditing and get your race and standings. All right, folks. Let's take a look at the points standings after 17 races. First up, your movers and shakers after 17 races tonight. Your evening's leader. 100 points to their name, Stashman 2. Just ahead of Captain Jack 913 on 93 points. Bit of a gap to third place. It's Vuff on 78 and Ledwin on 76. Fifth place tonight, Archer on 42 on 63. And in the season 13 standings at the top of the board, Captain Jack, your defending champion, is back in the lead. 150 points on Archeron 42's 130. Strong showing for Captain Jack tonight. 93 points just tonight. Third place, Vuff on 127, just ahead of FLS Carnage on 126. Not far behind, Ledwin on 121, Stashman on 120. Then a gap to Rissi on 101, your 100s club. Here we go. Find all your sets at anytime. Marbles.win. It's a website. Thank you to everyone for joining us here on Marbles, joining us live, watching the VOD. Thank you for supporting us, including Stashman and Esco. Thank you for all the subscriptions during the show. Make sure you check out the Patreon if you are interested in things like the Two Tusks bonus podcasts and like the VODs and the podcast feed. Check it out. Patreon.com/LFGX. And of course, thank you for subscribing on Twitch, twitch.tv/Brycast. Check us out at marbles.win. It's a website that's got links to all the merch, to the calendar, to the Discord, to the whole schedule, all the good stuff. Marbles.win. One more time, it's your one-stop shop for everything Marbles. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back in 1 week's time for week 3. Looking forward to seeing you there. Keep on, Mamoda. Whoa! That's not the ending. Thank you for joining us, folks. We'll be back next time. Bye! Yay!